2 doors, 4 doors, and hot hatches. We have the 8 best cheap ideal cars that enthusiasts love, that Trav and I would actually buy. I'm Brad. Slap the like button, subscribe, buckle up, let's go. I mean, what's not to like about Nissan's hot 2-door sports car? First, the styling is sure to stick out in a crowd. It's distinctive, it's sporty, and it is timeless. Plus, it's got the performance to back up the good looks, thanks to that 3.5-liter V6 pumping out high 200s to the enjoyment of everyone's ears. And it's rear-wheel fun all the time to really test your driving skills. The best part besides the manual transmission is the fact that there's a huge aftermarket community to give you inspiration to truly make this drift machine yours.
Overall, these are great machines for car guys. And those VQ engines not only sound good, but are overall very reliable. One thing to note though is that since it's a 2-seater, insurance can be pretty high if you're under the age of 24. So definitely check on that before you buy one.
Check out this beautiful roadster for $6,200. Now that's an ideal deal, and we're just getting started, baby.
Hey, this is your shot at 100 free entries. Yes, free entries into our very first giveaway. This 700 horsepower Bayside Blue GTR plus a good old $10,000 cash. Click below to claim your free entries right now. And you want even better odds? Well, grab a digital entry pack and unlock the biggest multiplier for the most chances to win. Don't wait, entries close soon. Good skill, and hopefully I'm tossing the keys to this GTR to you.
The E90 and E91, E92, and E93 are some of my personal favorite body styles of all time. And if it's got a 3 and a 5 on the trunk, it's got Germany's take on the 2JZ engine. The 335i is a Bavarian match made in heaven if you like quirks and you like boost. Let's talk about the good first. The N54 inline 6 has 2 snails bolted onto it right from the factory. Good for 300 horses and torque. Stock. But with a $500 tune, you're looking at flirting with 400 horsepower. Plus, it's a BMW. Yeah, it has the balance. It's almost telepathic when it comes to steering. And whether you're going to the store or carving up a canyon road, the drive, it's gonna feel special. Aesthetically, there isn't much more beautiful on the eyes than an E92 done up with all the right mods. The classic BMW grille and those angel eyes really look a lot like nothing else. Just like your boy.
But reliability is a lot like nothing else if you don't stay on top of it. I've worked on a ton of these N54s, hundreds, if not thousands, and with proper maintenance, they're great powerhouses. But you have to watch out for the high-pressure fuel pump, turbocharger problems, fuel injector problems, oil stand gasket and cooler failures, and water pump issues. In fact, the whole cooling system in its entirety. Oh, and the valve coverage leak, and so does the oil pan. And they need walnut blasting due to carbon buildup every so often. Look, it sounds like a lot, but if you stay on top of it, there really isn't much out there that's more fun than a twin-turbo BMW at virtually any price point. And there are DIYs for everything, so don't be scared.
Twin-turbo goodness never looked so good for $6,500. Plus, it's a manual. Let's go! The 86 cars are like Miatas, but better. Don't be triggered. You see, the Miata is fun for topless cruising at really any speed. But if you're looking for an apex killer that has Porsche-like steering and the stiffness of a late-night prom date, the Toyota Baru is your Trojan of choice. Now, guys, you know I'm a Porsche guy, and the Boxer 2-liter makes me super happy. Power-to-weight ratio is very high, since hiding under that modern sleek bodywork is a featherweight that packs a huge punch, like McGregor. It's good for 200 horses, which is more than enough power to get out of its own way. But the standout feature is obviously its handling. It's the ultimate momentum car.
And if you prefer driving sideways, you can do that on command as well, considering these things came with Prius-sized tires right from the factory. Now, it's not all fun and slides though. Porsche has been using Boxer engines forever, and while reliable, they tend to have a drinking problem with engine oil. And things are no different here. The early cars had some other problems, but most of them have been fixed. On higher mileage examples, make sure the transmission doesn't crunch between gears. You'll know if it does, but besides that, the underpinnings are Toyota.
Here's one for just over 10, which you could get for under 10 if you use the ideal car strategies, which learn a little bit more about it right now. Hey, real quick, ever felt lost navigating the complex world of car buying? Well, dive into our free workshop on the ideal car strategies and get ahead of the game. Discover insider tips, negotiate like a pro, and drive off in your dream car without the hefty price tag. Why wait? Limited space available. Click the link in the description to join for free. This son of a rally car is a car you're already in love with if you watch this channel. And if you're subscribed, which if you're not subscribed, turn on that notification bell and like the video. Now, the Subaru WRX sports an all-wheel drive drivetrain, a manual transmission, and turbo from the factory. It's a rally car for the streets. It's capable of tackling literally any terrain, anytime. The rowdy little boxer engine is to die for. You'll love its turbocharged power and tuning potential. But you'll probably hate that most owners blow more smoke than these blow head gaskets. Getting an all-wheel drive, turbocharged Ringer these days is few and far between. And since the World Rally Experimental has been around for so long, there are a ton of aftermarket support for first making it reliable and then making it yours.
Key thing here is making it reliable first, Brad. Let's talk engines. The EJ255 and EJ257 have been covered here a lot. The older WRX and WRX STI models have issues with spun rod bearings, ringland failures, and piston problems. Oil consumption on the EJ and newer FA20 DIT engines is, well, not ideal. Plus, you gotta watch out for the glass tranny. Yeah, the 5-speed manual does not take extra power well. That said, these cars are an absolute riot when they're dialed.
Here's a Hawkeye TR that sold for just $5,600. Man, I should have bought that. The Mazda Speed 3 is definitely an ideal choice if you need a hot hatch. It looks extremely aggressive with its distinct hood scoop and sporty accents. It just stands out. Under the hood scoop lives a repurposed race car engine. Yes, that's right. The 2.3-liter 4-pot with a turbo makes a meaty 263 horses. Driving the front wheels through a 6-speed manual. Yes, torque steer, baby. Okay, yeah, it's not that bad. In fact, with proper mods, this thing is so much fun to drive. Almost too much fun. And if you don't need all-wheel drive, it would be tough not to look at this over a WRX.
Yeah, these engines aren't as high maintenance as your ex-girlfriend's, or WRX, and they take supporting mods just as well, if not better than the Subi. I really like them, and for the money, it's a solid value proposition.
Under 6K can bring home this beauty of a Speed 3. Hey, you, come here. You know what's cheaper on insurance? 4 doors instead of 2. Plus, with 4 doors, you can put in more fill in the blank. And the CTS-V is literally a 4-door Corvette Z06. Yes, hiding under all that beautiful steel is a 400 horsepower Vette motor, mated to a 6-speed shift-it-yourself manual. This thing took on the high-performance European super sedans, and I don't know if it necessarily won, but man, that exhaust note is pure gas. Plus, they're pretty rare, so you're gonna have something that breaks necks at car shows, yet won't break the bank because it's a domestic.
Corvettes are generally really reliable, and the CTS-V is about the same. Now, I've worked on a couple of these that had differential issues, as they're a known weak point in these 4-door muscle cars. And even though a bunch of the engineers that worked on the legendary E39 M5 were part of the development team, the build quality isn't the best. But because of that, these things depreciated hard.
Depreciate they did. That's why there's such an incredible value at just over 10K. And again, use those strategies to get it for less. And real quick, it's time for the honorable mention. Not many people know about the Chevy Cobalt SS, so let me let you in on our little secret. Under the unassuming Econobox exterior is a solid 2-liter Ecotec engine. And with just a few mods, you can have a really cool ideal car that very few people will even know what it is. Join my dad and I in Team Cobalt for as little as $4,600. Love you, Pops. Well, it's the Nissan 350Z with 2 more seats and way more luxury. Yeah, it has the same fun factor. The G35 is my favorite sports car for under 10K. Outside, you get damn good looks. Inside, everything is sprinkled with luxury, even if some of it is starting to feel a little dated. And of course, you get the infamous VQ engine that is unmistakably the work of engineering gods. These cars have stood the test of time and are reliable, they're fun, and still really fun to look at.
Compared to their European counterparts, these things cost pennies on the dollar to keep keep on the road. So if things do go wrong, and with any old car they will, it's going to be relatively inexpensive.
Fly out to Vegas with me and pick up this beauty, and I'll drive it home with you. So yeah, you guys already know that I would take the G35.
Which is a great choice, but my ideal pick would have to be the 335. Yeah, it'll need a few thousand dumped into it, and if you're doing the work yourself, more than a couple sleepless weekends. But these things can become certified rockets, and they drive beautifully. To me, it's worth it.
Would be fun to build one. What's your ideal pick? Let us know down below. And check out this ideal vid up here, or whatever YouTube recommends you watch next down here. I'm Brad, this is Ideal. Subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and hit that like button, and promise me one thing, keep living the ideal lifestyle.